that within your very cells, there exists a biological clock? Not made of gears and springs, but of complex molecular markers on your DNA, known as the epigenome. For centuries, we've believed this clock only ticks forward, marking the inevitable passage of time from youth to old age. A linear path we all must walk. But what if that's not the whole story? Instead, imagine a clock whose hands you could influence, a clock that you could manually rewind. What if I told you that the biological age of your body, the true age of your cells, doesn't have to match the number of birthdays you've celebrated, that your biological age can become a choice? This isn't science fiction, it's the cutting edge of biological science. Researchers have proven the process we call aging is not a one-way street, but a dynamic program that can be influenced and even reversed. We've been taught to accept aging as an unchangeable fact of life, but what if aging itself is the underlying disease, the root cause of so many chronic illnesses? And like any disease, what if it can be treated? The power to do this doesn't just lie in a lab. Every single morning you have an opportunity to send a powerful message to your body to repair, rejuvenate, and defy the damage that accumulates over time. Before we dive into the specific science-backed habits that can transform your mornings and your future, think about the potential this holds not just for you, but for the people you love. If you find this information as revolutionary as I do, I encourage you to share it. Subscribe to learn more, because this is just the beginning of a journey into a longer, healthier, and more empowered life. For over 2 decades, my laboratory at Harvard Medical School has been dedicated to a single audacious question: why do we age? My name is Dr. David Sinclair, and I am a professor in the Department of Genetics. I don't see aging as an inevitability. I see it as a loss of information. Think of your DNA as a digital file, a perfect blueprint for a youthful, healthy you. My team and I have identified specific pathways and genes, longevity genes, that control the pace of aging. These genes, often called sirtuins, are like the emergency response team for your cells. I practice what I preach. According to my own biological age tests, I have managed to shave years, even decades, off my internal clock. I am biologically younger than my chronological age. The morning routine I've developed is the cornerstone of this approach. It's a simple yet potent trio of habits designed to activate those longevity genes and start each day by turning back the clock. The very first thing I do when I wake up, often before the sun has even risen, is something that most people would actively avoid. I seek out the cold. This isn't about a lukewarm shower to wake myself up. It's about deliberate, bone-chilling cold exposure. The goal is to create a mild, controlled shock to my system. This practice is a form of hormesis. Think of it like a vaccine. A vaccine introduces a tiny, harmless piece of a virus, which then stimulates your immune system to build a powerful defense. For our ancestors, cold was a real and present danger. When you expose yourself to the cold, you are tapping directly into that genetic inheritance, activating ancient survival circuits. The shock of the cold triggers the release of norepinephrine. This acts as both a hormone and a neurotransmitter, dramatically increasing your heart rate, alertness, and focus. Most importantly, it stimulates the production of brown fat, a metabolically active type of fat that burns calories to generate heat, becoming a calorie-burning furnace. Beyond the immediate mental boost, the cold activates a specific family of longevity genes, the sirtuins. In particular, SIRT3, a sirtuin that lives in our mitochondria, the powerhouses of our cells. SIRT3 helps protect the mitochondria from damage and makes them more efficient. By activating SIRT3 with cold, you are essentially giving your cellular batteries a tune-up. Think of this process as a training session for your entire vascular system. The cold causes your blood vessels to constrict, and when you warm up, they dilate. This acts like exercise for your arteries and veins. So that morning shiver isn't just a fleeting discomfort. It's a deep cellular signal that reduces inflammation, boosts your brain, recharges your energy, and builds a more resilient, youthful physiology from the inside out. After the invigorating shock of the cold, my next step is to nourish my body at the cellular level. I mix a simple yet powerful cocktail for my cells. The star ingredient is nicotinamide mononucleotide, or NMN. It's a specific form of vitamin B3 that our bodies use to create something truly essential for longevity. This isn't a vitamin in the traditional sense. It's a direct precursor to a coenzyme called NAD+. Think of NAD+ as the currency of our biology. It's the molecule that facilitates hundreds of critical processes, from generating cellular energy to orchestrating our body's intricate repair systems. NAD+ is the essential fuel for our longevity genes, the sirtuins. They are like a highly skilled repair crew. But NAD+ is the gasoline that powers their trucks and tools. Without it, they can't get to the worksite to fix DNA breaks or clear out cellular waste, the tiny damages that accumulate over time and we experience as aging. The problem is that as we age, our NAD+ levels plummet. It's a cruel irony. Just when our bodies need more repair, the fuel for it becomes scarce. By the time we reach middle age, we have roughly half the NAD+ we had in our youth. This decline is a key driver of the aging process. By supplementing with NMN, the goal is to replenish these declining levels. The NMN is quickly absorbed and converted by our cells into fresh NAD+, essentially refilling the tank for the sirtuins so they can get back to work protecting our cells from age-related decline. Scientific studies have shown this process in action. In mice, raising NAD+ levels with NMN has produced astounding results: improved endurance, better blood sugar control, and even restored mitochondrial function. It's like turning back the clock on a cellular level for these animals. While human trials are still ongoing, the initial data is incredibly promising. The third habit of my morning routine is perhaps the simplest, yet also the most challenging. It is the habit of doing something. Specifically, I delay my first meal, practicing intermittent fasting. This goes against the breakfast is the most important meal mantra, but it's a powerful tool for long-term health. For most of human history, food wasn't available 24/7. Our ancestors experienced regular periods of feast and famine. Their bodies evolved to not only survive these periods, but to by using them for cellular repair. Our modern environment of constant food access is a profound mismatch for our ancient biology. Think of your body like a bustling city. When the roads are constantly clogged with traffic, the process of digestion, the repair crews can't work. Intermittent fasting is like declaring a citywide holiday. The streets clear, allowing maintenance crews to efficiently repair roads and upgrade systems. This holiday triggers a powerful process called autophagy, which literally translates as self-eating. When insulin levels are low, your cells activate this internal recycling system. It seeks out old damaged components and recycles their building blocks into new healthy parts. It's the ultimate form of cellular sustainability. This process is critical for healthy aging. The accumulation of misfolded proteins is a hallmark of neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. By regularly activating autophagy, you're running a preventative maintenance program for your brain, clearing out this toxic buildup before it can cause irreversible damage. The goal is to create a window of time each day, ideally 12 to 16 hours, where your body isn't processing food. You can still drink water, black coffee, or tea. This simple shift gives your body the precious, uninterrupted time it needs for this deep cellular spring cleaning. We have journeyed through the 3 transformative habits: the invigorating shock of the cold, the cellular fuel of NMN, and the deep cleansing of intermittent fasting. When combined, they create a synergistic effect. You don't need to be a Harvard professor to begin this journey. You can start tomorrow morning. You can turn your shower to cold for the final minute. You can delay your breakfast by an hour. This knowledge is too important to keep to yourself. We are on the cusp of a revolution in how we understand human aging. If you found this information empowering, I urge you to share it with your friends, your family, and anyone you care about. I encourage you to subscribe and continue learning with us. This is just a glimpse into longevity science. Your journey to a longer, healthier life has just begun. Embrace the power of your morning. Take control of your biology. Let's look forward to a future where aging is not a destiny to be feared, but a process to be managed.